Mr Deputy Speaker, I was discussing this bill with a constituent over the weekend when, bizarrely, she asked me whether I would be disloyal to my party. Now, loyalty is clearly an underrated concept, but this is much less about party loyalty and much more about doing the right thing. To those who claim that this bill is anti-conservative, anti-libertarian, anti-democracy, or even seeks to ban peaceful protest, you're wrong. This is actually about the silent majority, promises made in our manifesto, law and order, and the need for taking this country to where it needs to be. And I'll be voting it through this evening. To me, this is one of the most pro-law and order bills passed in recent decades. It gives police authorities much more confidence in the job they've been entrusted to do. It enshrines the police covenant into law. It increases the maximum penalty from 12 months to 2 years prison for assaults or battery against an emergency worker. It ensures the criminal courts have sufficient sentencing powers. It strengthens police powers to tackle unauthorised encampments, as we've heard. It strengthens the management of sex offenders, and it strengthens the management of terrorist risk offenders on licence. But I do want to focus briefly on one particular aspect of the bill, namely desecration of war memorials. Alongside my very good friend from Stoke-on-Trent North, Kidsgrove and Tork, I was one of the signatories of the bill from 2020, which has now been subsumed into law. So could I please thank the Home Secretary, the Lord Chancellor, Minister Chalk, and many others for all of their support. Every single war memorial, irrespective of nation, faith or location, serves as a visual reminder of the horrors of war and the appalling conditions people face when fighting for their country. These names are not just an inscription on stone, but actual human beings who lived, loved and were loved. These heroes had friends and families and were in the prime of their life when they were taken. So each memorial bears testimony to lives cut short, the anguish suffered by families, the potential that was never fulfilled, the children that were never born, and the guilt suffered by those who did not come home. And that is why, Mr Deputy Speaker, we must ensure that all war memorials are sufficiently protected in law and that those who seek to damage them through willful ignorance or stupidity are brought to justice. This bill is excellent, and I will not hesitate to vote it through tonight.